Yo, it's tier list time again. It's been a month since the last time. Yeah, just so it's not as empty with the noise, I threw on a random playlist that I found on YouTube. I haven't listened to it yet, so if the music is I'm sorry. If the video gets copyright striked, I'm gonna be really mad. So let's hope that that is not the case. Anyways, yeah, we have a tier list right here. We have all the characters with the newly added ones and the one that got added today, the new Toka right here. It's gonna be hard to differentiate between all the Tokas, but hopefully we can manage. And hopefully this music beat drop right here isn't gonna be too fucking loud in the video, or we're gonna have a big problem. But yeah, oh god, it's getting really loud actually. Okay, let's just act like it's some normal music. I just don't want to get copyright striked. Anyways, so we have a needs nerf. It's pretty self-explanatory. We have meta, really good, usable, trash, assist, normal SSR, and yeah, a separate tier down here. This tier list, just so people don't piss me off later on, this is like an overall tier list, but I am focusing certain things more, aka like, I don't really give a shit if a character is, like, good at only endless trials. Like, yes, he has a use, but if he's trash at everything else in the game, he's gonna get a low rating. This is mainly like a PvP focused one, right? But I am gonna take other aspects of the game into it. So a unit isn't only gonna be based on their like performance in PvP. However, if a unit is like meta in PvP, he is gonna go into the meta bracket. So I hope that kind of made sense. But yeah, let's just start. Yeah, so as usual, we have to get rid of all of these regular guys right here. Now, some might ask, why don't you do this before the video? Well, there's two answers. One, I forget. Two, I get more video time. And I can mentally prepare for what I'm about to say. Is that all of them already? Green Hinami, I guess she also belongs there. Yeah, looks like everyone. It just seems like such a small amount of units, but it's a lot still. So yeah, we have Renji at the start. So this is a bit of a tough one. Like, yeah, he's usable. He's usable in all stages of the game. Also, yeah, this is an end game tier list. If people try and tell me, oh, but fucking Blue Noro is like so OP in the early game, like I don't care. This is mostly late game based. It's supposed to help people think towards like what they want to build towards in the future. So yeah, that's where Renji also only goes into usable, because in the early game he's of course a really solid backup. Normal Kaneki. Nowadays, yeah, he has his uses in stuff like the Formidable Centipede, but it's doable without him, and it's literally the only thing he does. Like the only thing he does, and I'm gonna be strict today because I don't want this to be like messy. But I'm gonna make a new tier actually. Add row below. One single use. And then just because otherwise it's not aesthetically pleasing, we're gonna do some... Oh fuck. We're gonna do some slight fixes here. Yeah, he's gonna go here, and that we can actually remove this row now. But yeah, he has one single use nowadays. Now, yeah, she belongs here. Like Easter Toka, where is this Easter Toka? I think it is. Complete trash, like no use in the game. Itori is usable, good support, and so is Uta. We're gonna make one more row here actually. Is that a fucking ad? No, it's not. I'm not gonna make any more rows, otherwise I have to keep on adjusting the color, and I'm not really looking forward to that. What What music is this, man? I'm just gonna leave it though. But yeah, we're gonna this like okay, and we're gonna put Red Iodo right into that. He's okay, right? Like he still does like incredible damage. In like Clan War, if you just want to clear AI waves, he's still like a really good Abyssal Breakthrough, whatever it's called. Also like the best unit in the game there. Yeah. Centipede also goes into okay. I'm sorry to all Centipede mains, but yeah. He's above usable because he does still somehow dish out like an insane amount of damage. And in a world boss, he's also still pretty damn strong actually. Vashu, I'm gonna put him on the far left side of usable. He's like, yeah, his passives are good, but like there's no, like even in 2 CCG setups, even if you play 2 separate CCGs, you don't use him like you don't use him in any of the teams. So he can't really go any higher than this. Akira Mado nowadays trash. Not a single use in the game. The disrupt thingy, like no one gives a shit now. Used to be so OP, but yeah, not that good anymore. Ryoko is gonna go into usable. Something like this. Yeah. She's a good assist backup, right? Like for OG Anteku in something like Pinnacle, she still works pretty well. She's always gonna hard counter Yamori, but yeah, no one uses Yamori anymore. And people use Noro now, who has an end of round trigger that completely counters her, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, Christmas Kaneki, he's gonna go into single use now. Because he does have a single use, and it is Endless Trials. To get really far in Endless Trials, he is like very good for it. So yeah. Then Natsuken. So this is a complicated one, because he is definitely okay, but I don't know if I should put him into really good. Not because he actually is good, but because there's like this synergy with the star upsells that's just really solid when you use him. But that synergy alone isn't gonna be enough for him to make it. She's gonna go into trash, unfortunately, and so is Masked Renji. Oh man, these songs, man. Shachi, I'm gonna put into usable, actually. I'm gonna put him into okay, but next to, yeah, here. So the No Org team nowadays, you can play Shachi in it. And I've seen some Shachis do like incredible damage, actually, just one-shot someone turn 1. So, like, yeah, it does work. It's not completely useless, right? But he does need a rework really bad. But he's not complete trash. He deserves the okay tier. And he's still, like, really high CP, which is very nice. Eto. Actually, also okay. I'm glad I made this tier. Even with the cell now and stuff, she's really strong overall. Just very low CP, but in AI versus AI, if you have first turn despite using her, you will win. Like, she's just really OP. Rabbit is gonna go into trash. Now Shinohara and Iwao I'm gonna put into really good. Not gonna put them into meta. For me, the meta CCG team right now isn't the double Arata team anymore. It's just a burst team. For me, it's in my eyes, it's just better again. But they are, of course, still really good. Especially like if you put them together. But I wouldn't put them in meta currently. Green Uta, I'm gonna put into like here. Good assist, very underrated, right? He's no org, so people don't use him, of course. But he's a really good, very underrated unit. In the current no org team, you can play him. He's very strong, but he's not in the meta no org team right now. But he's still good. Yamori, really good, of course, but not meta. He's not in the meta team. He hasn't been in there since Noro got released. But he's still second Aogiri material, and he's still incredibly like broken. It's just that Aogiri doesn't really need him. Then we have Red Tatara, so I'm gonna put him here as well, but I'm gonna put him right of Shinohara and Iwao. You can make some really fun, solid teams with him. It's just kind of hard to do, and yeah, he's not meta, right? But you can make some good teams with him, especially second teams, like cheese teams, for AI versus AI. Then Blue Tatara is also gonna go here, but left of Red Tatara. Got in like revived so hard with the release of Noro, and now he kind of really works well against like CCG still. So just a really solid unit still, easy to build, very good. The trigger at the end is also really strong in combination with like Easter Iodo's Detonate. It's just a very, very solid unit. Teenage Hinami, for me back in meta. The current meta, our Teiko team with the new Toka does use her, and now with her cell, she's overall really, really strong again. So for me, she does deserve this spot for sure. And man, this playlist is cooking. Natsutoka gonna go into really good. Not in the meta team anymore, and overall like really good universal support, right? You can use her on any team, but she still doesn't make the cut anymore for meta. As the main universal backup, she got replaced by the new Arima, but she's still really good, just not meta. Red Toka is meta again, however, I'm gonna put her into really good. Despite being on the meta team, she just isn't the same because charm on her just isn't broken anymore because of the tactic that fully counters her, and many people have gotten this tactic nowadays. So it makes her, like, it pushes her down a lot. However, her shields are still insanely strong. So she deserves like the very far left of really good. Now Green Owl is just gonna go into okay, but the very far left. For AI versus AI, he's still pretty solid. Like he still works, right? In Pinnacle, like these OG and Teiko cheese teams, they didn't work that well anymore, but it still can work. But it's not really good material, definitely not. Tanabata Hinami, not the meta anymore. She's really good. I'm gonna put her like here, like something like this. Really good backup, still pretty high CP, but just been replaced. Even in the secondary Untaku, you wouldn't use her anymore, I believe. But I guess you kind of can. You can somehow figure it out. She does still belong here. Untaku now kind of has like a bunch of backups that are like equal in power. So it's a bit hard to say. Yeah, here. The new Arima meta, definitely far left. GOAT backup for any org, actually. Like, no matter what org you play, you can put him into the backup slot, and you will, like, just pop off. He's just so fucking, like, solid and strong. Really broken. Definitely worth to 6-star no matter what you play. I'm glad I did it. With Arima, yeah, so slop, right? But he belongs in the far left of okay at least. Because I have seen with Arimas do great things. However, the amount of perfect stats that you require on him and stars that have to align for him to function the way you want him to, aka being able to like one-tap units, it's just such a small chance that you can actually achieve that. And I know people who have tried, and even they haven't been able to make it fully work. So for me, he doesn't deserve anything higher than this currently. Psy Arima, so yeah, he was really meta not that long ago with the double Arata team. It like fully revived him again, but that didn't last very long. However, it still is like good. So he's just gonna be like forever a really good unit. His CP is like very disappointing, but he does belong here at least. Yeah. Red Arima. So Red Arima is gonna go like here in okay. A better version of Wit Arima for me. Just very low CP now, even if you have both cells. He's just hard replaced. So yeah, kinda sad for him. But yeah, he is better than with Arima, in my opinion. Then this Toka is just an assist. And so are you. So is he, so is he, so is he. I'm gonna keep her. She's like a bit special. I'm not gonna put her in assist. I'm gonna put her into a really good, like here. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna put her into assist. The thing is, it would be relevant to give her an actual rating for clan war purposes. However, who even has a war nowadays? Like, it's just alliances. And even then, like, she's not gonna save your ass. Especially now, I believe Anteku has a backup that wouldn't get replaced by her. And so does CCG, and so does Aogiri. So I'm just gonna rate her on the assist passive, so she belongs in here. Masked Kaneki, really good, far left. Doesn't have the CP for the meta slot for me, and the Noro teams do not require him. However, teams with him are incredibly OP, but it's not only because of his presence. He just really amplifies it, and his LR cell like helps a lot with it, like a very, very big amount. So he definitely belongs like in the very, very left part of really good. Easter Idol, yeah, he's always gonna be meta, like always. This guy's never leaving this spot, man. So fucking overpowered. You don't even need Noro, you need Easter Idol. He's just gonna one-shot any team. Detonate is completely broken. Disrupt immunity on him is like god tier. Yeah, definitely belongs here. Naki, in my opinion, needs a nerf. This unit turns the most mediocre piece of shit Aogiri team into the most tanky team that you've ever seen in your entire life. At the start, I didn't think he was that OP. Like in my last tier list, only Noro was up here and Naki was one tier lower. Well, I changed my mind. Releasing Naki after Noro was the biggest mistakes the developers ever made. And I hate how just OP he is. Like, I don't know if you guys have like people in your org or stuff that test like a lot of teams, because I do. And many teams, even without Noro, have been tested. But the team kinda just always has a Naki if it's OP. And not necessarily always a Noro. Now, Jason, I'm gonna put him here. Really, really OP unit. Definitely like meta, but not like meta defining really. Like, I want to make this a bit strict, right? Like, yes, he's OP, but he isn't the guy in a team that turns the team into the meta team. He's just part of the team, and he like solidifies it a bit. But you can replace him. He's replaceable. These guys here, they aren't. Psy Ayado is also gonna go here. It's just such an OP unit, but like not even in the meta team is kind of crazy. Now, yes, in RTA he is in the meta team, because there you can actually decide which unit gets attacked. But we're talking about like 5% of the actual game's gameplay. So that alone isn't enough for me to give him a higher rating. Wit Owl is always gonna go into meta. This unit is just really, really strong. I mean, he's like the Anteku damage dealer. Like, he's the guy for Anteku, and he's gonna be for a while. He was Noro before Noro got released, and then when Noro got released, people noticed that, yeah, there's like levels to this shit, to like how broken a unit can be on release. Like, Wit Owl was like a small teaser. But yeah, he's definitely meta. I consider him still like a very, very strong and slightly OP unit for sure. Charm Toka, man, I just fucking hate this unit so much. The problem with Charm Toka is Anteku players will notice, but if you play an Anteku team, you need Charm Toka in the team. It doesn't matter who the charm is on, she just needs to be on the lineup. The second you take her out, your team does 0 damage. Now, is that good or bad? It's both, right? Like, yes, adding her makes the team really solid, but the fact that you need her in every team, despite her being the most outdated piece of shit there is in the game, it's like very annoying, right? If the AI picks her card, you lose. You can't use her cards in PvP, they do 0 damage, but she has to be in the team. She's just a placeholder that buffs your team like crazy, but she holds you back at the same time. So can I put her into meta? Yeah. Will I? No, she doesn't deserve it. I don't like her. Yeah. Nishiki. I'm gonna put him like here. I'm gonna put him here actually. This unit is like, if he had disrupt immunity, he would be so much better. But he doesn't have it. So basically what the devs have decided to do here with him is make it so he has like decent base stats, but his actual damage, like what he does, comes from passives, like things that he gains over time and that proc on his active. The issue with that is that if he is disrupted, all those passives are stripped from him. It's like his base stats are just getting halved. So if you compare that with a unit that has shit passives but incredibly high base stats, Disrupt isn't gonna do a lot to them. Now with Nishiki, it does a lot to him. It completely kills him. And he doesn't have Disrupt immunity. And there's no way for him to get Disrupt immunity. Now an LR cell that does give it to him could revive him again, but he's not in the meta team anymore. The AoE team has always just kind of been cope. But he does still do really good damage, so I guess he still belongs in the really good tier at least. Green Arima is of course gonna be meta for me, but like over here, he's still like the core of the Burst CCG team, but he's not as OP as he used to be, which is why I'm putting him here like on the far right end of this tier list, and of this tier. But yeah, he's still like very strong. Just not the same, but he is meta defining, of course. Blue Juzo. Gonna put him like here. Like, yes, he elevates the team like really hard. But I don't know. For me, he doesn't belong up there with these 5 guys right here. Might be wrong, CCG is the role I know the least about, but from my experience, like, yes, Juzo enables the double Garima active, which is really OP, but I give that credit to Garima, and not to Juzo. But yeah, he's definitely like here. This is still like really high up. Mado, so Mado, I'm gonna put here. Incredibly high CP with both his cells, really OP, but the new Arima is just better. He's just better, he's universal, and yeah. Mado got his spot stolen, plus it's a universal backup. He's getting mogged to oblivion, basically. So yeah, he belongs here, in my opinion. Psy Amon. So Psy Amon belongs like here, in my opinion. Still like really good for sure, but like not that OP anymore. However, his like trigger at the start is like really important for the Burst team as well, so I can't put him any lower. But you literally don't use his cards. He just kinda exists and makes the team solid altogether. Uta. So Uta for me belongs into meta. This unit is so fucking overpowered. The problem is that he's no org and it's really like hard to build a no org team. But if you see my videos on Kapi's accounts, you will see that the no org team, like, it all works because of Uta. This unit is like Exodia. Just so overpowered. Now just so I can make the transition, but like let's say you have Uta and Wit Owl, they have a baby, but then you make it AoE with Easter Ido and Garima genes and healing capabilities of turn 3 Teenage Hinami and Cancer of Naki, yeah, then you get Noro basically. So he belongs here. far left of needs nerf. Actually, I'm gonna add a row above. I'm gonna make it. Oh fuck no! This needs to be red, and this needs to be black. I'm gonna do the devil, and then we're gonna put his ass there. I have a passion for hating Noro, like a real passion. I've seen my team in AI versus AI kill the entire enemy Augiri turn 1. Everyone except Noro. And the fucker 1v5s me. It's insane. I don't think such a thing has ever existed. It's a joke. But yeah, if you've been playing the game for this last month, you know what Noro does. You know what it's like playing him. You know what it's like playing against him. And yes, I have an Augiri account. I am allowed to say this. I play him myself, and I just know how big of a fucking joke it is. But let's move on. So Shu, really good. I'm gonna put him like here. Had his really like high point when the tactics got released and people got the UR charm counter tactic. If you haven't seen that video yet, please watch it. It's like incredibly entertaining because it was just a compilation of me one-shotting red Tokas with charm turn 1 and the enemies being like so fucking confused in how that's possible. But that team just wasn't meta anymore after, which then made Shu kind of useless again. But now it is meta again with red Toka, so Shu might actually be really solid again. I haven't seen it tested, but of course he has many other uses in the game. He's still the GOAT boss fight character. Yeah, really solid unit. For me, definitely belongs in the really good tier. Sen, yeah, Sen always belongs into really good. You can put her in any team and she will work. The most universal character in the game. Any team, she works. Any game mode, she works. Just such a solid character, man. Definitely deserves a spotlight. And yeah, for sure. Kuzen. I'm gonna put Kuzen like here. Like here. He's good. He's really good. The problem are his refinement passives. They aren't really what you would want on him. Like, can he solo carry? No. Does he turn Uta into an even bigger beast? He does. So we have a similar situation like with Blue Juzo Garima. Now it's Kuzen and Uta. It's very similar. But I can't really put him any higher because he's not gonna solo carry. So yeah, that's my reasoning for that. Halloween Juice is definitely meta. I'm gonna put her like here. Meta defining. She did give CCG like that revive, like that big push that they needed to really be strong again. That lasted exactly like 2 weeks. And now they can't beat Anteiku for shit anymore because red Toka shields. But CCG is still really solid, and CCG can actually beat Aogiri if you do just have more stats. Like, if you go second, like, of course not, you're just gonna get one shot. But if you go first, there is hope. There is hope. Thanks to the like Arena Rima and Juzo synergy, there is some hope. And the new Toka, so she goes straight into meta. Just goated backup. I mean, better backup than the other backups that Anteiku does have. Makes the team incredibly tanky. Is the main reason why CCG just gets like shafted by Anteiku now. But yeah, that's that. And that's already all the characters. I probably forgot a bunch. I hope it's not the case, but it probably is. But yeah, do you guys agree with this tier list? Do you like disagree? Just write it down in the comments or in my Discord. People love debating about these tier lists. It's always a very controversial thing, which also gets me hella views, which is why I keep doing it. But of course, it's a win-win situation. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.